My name is Simon and welcome to AFC Bournemouth Analysis. Here's my take on our 2-2 draw with Everton. First the good, and obviously it was another comeback. We came from behind yet again. Last week against West Ham, 1-0 down, we won 2-1, and this week obviously we were 2-0 down with about 15 minutes to go and pulled it back 2-2. So the spirit of the team can't be questioned. So obviously that's great. It points to other deficiencies, but I'll get to that in a minute. But it was great. There was some good displays, individual displays. Fraser again looks like he's really up for it this season. I thought Wilson did really well, playing down the wings and just causing a lot of problems for Keane, who's not the fastest. I thought King obviously caused problems with his pace and power, as he usually does. I thought Steve Cook and Nathan Ake looked generally quite good. And Adam Smith did well to draw the red card from Richarlison, but obviously he was probably harshly sent off in the second half, so we didn't really get to see a full display from him. But there were good individual performances. I thought overall as a team we didn't quite click, but it was definitely a very good point considering the circumstances. The bad was that, again, I thought our midfield, I don't think we can play with two in midfield, or at least not the midfield two of Sermon and Gosling. I don't think they work well enough as a two to control games. Not that we'll control games against the better sides at this level, but still we looked like we didn't quite have enough punch in midfield, not enough getting in between the lines of Everton, and I thought Lewis Cook helped with that. I know his pass rate was much lower than Sermon and Gosling, but he tries to make things happen. He tries to make forward runs. So he's an important player for us, and I think it's a bit strange that he's not starting. Defensively, I thought obviously the 2 goals we just switched off a bit on the break, and it was disappointing to go 1-0 down against 10 men. I thought we looked best when it was 10v10 or 11v11. I thought when Everton had one less man, they seemed more focused in what they were doing, playing on the break, and we didn't really know what to do. So there's lots of stuff for Eddie Howe to ponder over. I'll be very interested to see what midfield 2 or even 3 he plays against Chelsea next week. But there were lots of things to work on. I understand he wants to stick with the 11 that played against Marseille so well in pre-season, but I think he's got to make some changes because it's just not fully working, and I think we almost got undone against Everton, and I think against a much better side like Chelsea we will get undone if we try and play the same 11. The ugly Begovic perhaps was at fault for both goals to a degree. The first goal beaten at his near post rather easily by Walcott, and the second couldn't quite get down to Keane's header. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh, but I just felt one of those he should have kept out. He did make a good save from Baines in the game, but overall I thought that was perhaps the ugliest element of a game that was more crazy than bad-tempered, despite the 2 sendings off. I know he missed a couple of great chances in the game. Callum Wilson worked tirelessly and obviously won the penalty for the first goal and set up the second with his header against the post. So he's my man of the match. A couple of people got in touch, thanks for that. First on Facebook, Justin Washburn said, "Weird game, should have been 3 points and in the end lucky to get 1. Wilson has to bury either the one in the first half or the breakaway in the second." I agree, Wilson definitely needs to work on his finishing a bit. He had that problem at the end of last season, but he's getting so many chances, which is only a good thing really. If we'd went 1-0 up in that game, I would have fancied us to win it. And second, AFCB Jamie on Twitter said, "Need to be more clinical," which is pretty much addresses the issue I just talked about in my previous comment, so I'm not going to bother repeating what I just said. So that's all for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think as well, especially of the upcoming game against Chelsea at the weekend, and of course the MK Dons Cup game, which I won't be doing a video on, but I will be keeping an eye on it. But yes, also follow AFCB Analysis on Twitter and Facebook. The links are in the description, but they're also here if you want to type them all out for some reason. Thanks again so much for watching, and up the cherries in all departments.